Hi friends. Today I was thinking that it might be really fun to revisit one of our word families. It's actually the first word family that we learned. I'm thinking you guys all probably know what it is, but it is the at family, at. We drew the at family house in our classroom. Today I'm wanting to draw the at family apartment building. So here we go. And apartment buildings, well, at least the one that I live in is usually in a rectangle shape. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. Like this. And then some grass. And we'll do a little walkway to the main doors of the apartment. I actually have a walkway that goes this way to the parking lot where my car is. Or this path leads to where the bus picks you up. Here we go. Little dots for detail, a little cement. Cement is that really, really hard ground made of concrete. Usually it looks gray or black. Here's the doors going into the apartment building where the at family lives. So the at family, at, might be thinking about what two letters make up that family so far, at. So we'll do at, A apple, a, and then T turtle, t. And then we're going to be thinking, if I put a different letter in front of at, could that make a word? And at home you might be saying, yes, Miss Bush, yes. But again, we're just reviewing what we learned earlier. So I'm thinking of the letter B, B balloon, B. If I put B in front of at, would that make a word I've heard before? Let's try it. B, at. Bat. Bat is a word I have heard before. I actually love the sport baseball, and in baseball they use a bat to hit the ball, right? Also, we talked about in class, we were reading a non-fiction book about the animal bat. And we discovered that they sleep during the day and they're awake during nighttime. So the word bat, I'm going to underline the first sound, B, and I'm going to circle our family at. And we know it makes the word bat. And I'm going to draw a little baseball bat for us here. Remember, Miss Bush tries her best with her pictures. All right, so we thought of B. I'm thinking of a different letter. It's coming. K, the letter that makes the K sound. We know there's two letters make the K sound. C, caterpillar, K, key, K. I'm going to try C to see if it looks right, if I've seen that word before. Let's first try the sound. K, at. Is that a word that we've heard of? A cat. Is this a cat? No, this is a dog. But let's write the word cat with a C and see if it makes sense to us. K, at. Cat. Yeah, we've seen this word before. We love this animal. I know we have a lot of cat fans in our class. So here's my cat. Remember, Miss Bush tries her best to draw. Meow, meow, meow. A little cat body. So the first letter we pulled was C. C makes the K sound. That's our first sound. And then the at family, at, K, at, cat. Let's keep going. I'm thinking of another letter. What letter makes the F sound? Heck. F. 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 At. Is that a word before? That's a word we've heard before. F. At. Let's write that. F. At. Fat. I remember in our classroom we were reading a book about a fat cat. So I'm just gonna draw that same cat, but a little bit bigger, because we're all different sizes. I actually live next door to a fat cat. His name is Frank. There we go. So again, the first letter we used was F. F makes the, that's right, the F sound. F. We know the word family we're working on is at. At. Cat. Mr. Huck. All right. So we have B, at, bat. K, at, cat. At, fat. I'm sorry, Huck is being so rude right now. What's another word we could do? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Would H make a word with the at family? Let's try it. What sound does H make? That's right, it makes the H sound. What's our chant for the letter H? H, hat, H. So are you telling me if we put H in front of at, will it make the word hat? Let's try it. H. At. Hat. You did it. So here's a hat. Remember in the summer, Miss Bush wears a sun hat to protect her eyes and her face from getting sunburnt. Here's my hat, and it's kind of this crisscross material here. The first letter we used was for the word hat was, that's right, H. H. At. Hat. Let's keep going. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. M, monkey. That's right, M makes the sound. What if we took M and put it right in front of at? Would that make a word that we've heard before? Let's try it. At. What's the word? That's right, mat. At, mat. We talked about in class, when we go to PE with Mr. Marcy, sometimes he lays those big blue mats out so we can tumble and have fun without getting ourselves hurt. That's a big mat. Also, I actually have a mat right behind me. This is a blue mat. And I use this to do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching. So I actually have a mat, in my house. So I'm going to draw my little mat here. I'm going to draw it just kind of a skinny little rectangle. So there's my mat. And then the first letter we used for mat was, that's right, it was M. At makes the word mat. Great, let's keep going. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, P. We talked about this in class, I remember. We took the letter P pencil, P. We knew P made the P sound. We put it in front of at. We're pretty sure it made a word that we've heard before. Let's try it. P, at, pat. Is that a word? Yes. For example, if I take Huck here, who's been playing on the carpet, give him a little kiss, I might pat his head gently, right? Pat. So if I pat something, I usually use my hand and I do it very gently and softly. So I'm going to draw a hand for pat. Here's my hand. And again, the first letter we use for pat, the first sound is P. P. At. We know this word family, it makes the word pat. Let's keep going. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. What sound does R make? Let's think of our chant. You're so smart. R, ring, R, R. If I put R, it makes the R sound in front of at. Does that make a word we've heard before? It does. Let's write it just to make sure. R, at. word is that? Rat. Absolutely. And as my class knows, Miss Bush had a pet rat when I was in first grade. I had a pet rat named Sammy. So I love rats. They're super sweet. So here's my rat. Little round ears. Little eyes. Little whiskers. Heck. So there's my rat. And now let's think about what's the first letter we used. R. So our first sound is R. R. At. Rat. Can you think of one more at word that Miss Bush hasn't thought of yet? What was that? Our favorite, well, one of our favorite letters. We used to talk about this letter all the time. S. What sound does S make? That's right. S. Snake. S. So what if we put S right here in front of at? At. Does that make a word we've heard before? What is it? I can't hear you. What is it? Sat. Let's try it. At. Sat. Absolutely. You might say Miss Bush just sat on the carpet. Kind of leaning back there. Do my hair, my eyes, my smile. I just sat on my carpet spot there. The first letter we used was S, so the sound is S. S. At. Sat. Perfect. It looks like our apartment is full. It looks like those are the words that we thought of together. So, you know what time it is. Let's review the words we just thought of. So again, we were working with the at family apartment. And let's count how many words we thought of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you show me 8 on your fingers? How might I do that? I know I have 5 on one hand. 5 and 6, 7, 8. My 8 fingers match my 8 words. So what Miss Bush is going to do, we're going to look at our first word. We're going to chop it up into 3 sounds. This word has 3 sounds because we see 3 letters. So I want you to chop up the word with me, and then we'll slide it and we'll say it all together. Are you ready? Great. Bat. Bat. Next word. Cat. Cat. Meow meow. Let's go to the third word. Fat. Fat. Let's go to the next word. Hat. Hat. Let's go up to the top of the apartment, starting right here. At. Mat. Let's go to the next, starting right here. At. Pat. Let's go one below, starting here. At. Rat. And the last word here. Do you think you know it without sounding all the sounds out? Let's sound all the sounds out anyway, because that's a really smart skill that a learner does when they're learning how to read, thinking about the sounds that they hear, thinking about the letters they see and what sounds they make. So let's start here with S. At. Sat. Very good, friends. So we finished our at family apartment. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for studying all these words. Thanks for your smart brains thinking of all the at words that you knew. Next time you see me, we will revisit our Ann family, and then we'll move on to learn some new families in the future. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. Miss you.